If somebody was to ask you, what is your purpose for living? Would you be able to give them an answer? Today I'm going to read to you an oral essay I've written over a time lapse of a drawing that I'm going to be making. The oral essay is called The Common Housefly. Let me get started. The common housefly lives in cycles, commonly only 15 to 30 days. Others may consider their lives insignificant, but their presence for more than even just a couple of seconds often pesters them. Some people may wonder about the purpose of their existence, yet when communicating this feeling, they often overlook the meaning of their own. What reason do we humans exist if it's not to make anything better? In the approach to creating a purpose for living, we often forget that we are here for nothing. We exist simply just because we do. What are insects to face a penalty because of our inflated sense of purpose? As we go through life, we must accept that while we may think in a more complex manner than a housefly, we all serve no real reason. And while you may choose to swat at one to avoid the noise of life, what is it that you are really drowning out? While you could experience a terrifying sight such as a horde of flies, such an exaggeration is merely nothing but an exaggeration. While flies may be seen as unclean or unwanted, they are a sign of life, a detail that many see but still choose to miss. Life is nothing but a definition of an action. Some people search for a meaning, but meaning is defined by instinct, needs, and their wants. You can't choose what it is you want. Randomness is that virtue that every being in existence pursues without being clear of their main intentions. A fly knows not why it moves, yet it is still guided by the light. A baby doesn't know why it grows, but it still struggles to get up and eat. One thing that will remain true is that we all have an effect. If our inconvenience is noticed and removed from the world, something will be affected by it. Everything will be temporary. A housefly only lives up to 30 days, a human's upwards of a century. Despite this thought, that is all that we know, and it's all that we are ever going to know, maybe the last thing that we will ever be certain of. Immortality reduces significance. It removes sentiments. If something lasted forever, maybe you wouldn't care as much. Unlike the comparison to a housefly, something so short, so small is still considered insignificant, even if it goes through the same struggles in comparison to our lives. A singular fly shouldn't be an inconvenience to you. It's just something that simply exists. If you find yourself being pestered by flies, have you considered changing something that introduces them into your environment? Complacency, ungratefulness, and destructive thinking are a pestilence that only humans know. A fly will never be affected by its mind, only its instincts. But a human will go against aforementioned instincts and create their own problems. A fly could never create a similar ugliness in comparison to humans when expressing feelings of doubt. A fly wouldn't be considered better than you, but they do have a genuine beauty to them that a human could never provide, a simplicity which we will never know. While they may not understand their existence, we continue ours in a provocative state, provoking nothing but ourselves, in a sense that we may have a beauty that flies could never achieve, but the goal was never to be better or to prove ourselves that we are, because nothing is better than one another. After all, we all exist without reason. Life is only what you make it. You can only see what it is that you want to. Growth is a concept. Age is a reality. You will always be the same deep down. You can only run from your problems until you don't see them anymore. A fly will always be around, as long as life is around. Sometimes though, if you're willing to notice that you are no better, that you spread as much pestilence and inconvenience as they do, then try not to judge and learn to accept life, because it waits for no one. Whether you're being born or whether your life is being ended, nothing that happens will ever be truly understood. Everything is an inconvenience to anybody. Breathing is an inconvenience. But the thing is, some people are unwilling to give up what it is that makes them themselves. When you get to this point in life where you analyze things like this, I believe that you should really try not to judge and learn to accept, because acceptance is the only thing that you're ever going to have. Knowing and controlling are things that are never going to be there in your life. Thank you for listening.